Hi and welcome to today's product keynote, the first of its kind, and we're really excited to show you a number of major updates to our product. And I think one thing that I'm particularly excited about is that, again, many of those features that we're going to show you are based on and rooted in your feedback. And so when we go back in history, even the introduction of our initial product, the brand portal, then templates and many of our other additions were all basically triggered by a number of feedback that we got from our customers. So today we're going to talk about 4 different topics. The first one is about customization options. So we've heard from you that you want to go deeper when it comes to making your portal really look and feel like your brand deserves. Second, the element in our product that drives most ROI is the template solution. And we bring it really to the next level by introducing automation features and APIs that allow you to scale your creative production. Third, we heard from you that you want to do more and more tasks within our product related to creative production. That's why we add a number of extendability features to the product, namely by introducing apps. And last but not least, what would a product keynote be without mentioning AI? We think the most important thing are your employees and partners that truly need to be on brand. So with the addition of this feature, we help you to achieve this goal much easier. Most of the features that you're going to see today are available to you right after this session, and others will be shipped to you within the next few months. But first, let's talk about customization options. When we look at our brand portal options, we already can do quite a lot. We can adjust, the layout, the header, the sidebar, the colors and everything. So you can go pretty far in making it yours. But what we've heard from partners and our customers is that they really want to go a step further and make it truly theirs. So that's why we went back to the drawing board, thought about how can we truly make that better? And we rebuilt the guidelines solution from scratch. And to walk you through those updates, we brought you Pete, our product manager for brand portal and guidelines. Welcome, Pete.
Hi, Roger. Thanks for having me.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Really, really excited for this, and it's been in the works for quite a while. And we're really excited to bring that to our customers. So, Pete, tell us a bit more about what's new.
Sure, yeah. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce you to themes. I'm going to show you how to effortlessly transform your brand guidelines with new page layouts and advanced customizations. There are 2 types of themes: Frontify themes, built by us with quick and easy customizations for everyone, and custom themes, built by our partners with advanced customizations and complete creative control for designers and developers. Let's start with our brand new Frontify themes. Built on our new tech stack, they are faster and easier to use. These themes come with user-friendly, no-code customization, so everyone can easily customize their brand guidelines. Let's dive in and take a look at our classic theme. It may look familiar with the same header and sidebar layout that you're used to, but we've transformed over 300 of your insights into useful, easy-to-use customizations. So, what's new? Well, we added simple settings that give you more creative control. Now you can customize your header interactions and drop-down details, and your sidebar layout and styling. You can now even adjust your content width and alignment. With just a couple of clicks, you can transform your guidelines into something that truly represents your brand. For example, using our theme settings, we reimagined the header and sidebar design, giving this guideline a refreshed look and feel. But what if you're looking for a new layout? Maybe a sidebar-only navigation better fits your brand. Let's check out our Muse theme. This Frontify theme offers a fresh layout, replacing the top navigation with a simple and streamlined sidebar that many of you have been asking for. These themes introduce many small improvements and easy customizations that make your guidelines more user-friendly and more aligned with your brand. Of course, we know that some brands require deeper customization. In these cases, our Brand SDK is available to our partners so they can build any custom theme what you need on request. Let's take a look at an example custom theme. Built using our SDK in collaboration with Audi and their agency, this custom theme combines exceptional visual design with unique functionality and customization. For example, this theme features a custom hero header with options for video backgrounds and title styling, delivering a compelling and unique user experience. And that's just the start. Our Brand SDK opens up endless possibilities for customization. Our team and partners are already working on many more amazing themes built on our future-proof tech foundation. So that is themes. Our Frontify themes, including our classic and Muse theme, offer new, easy to customize layouts designed for everyone, and custom themes built with our Brand SDK bring advanced customization and endless possibilities for designers and developers.
And I'm super curious by myself what everyone's going to build. I'm looking forward to all those beautiful brand portals people are going to build. Thank you very much for sharing, Pete.
Thank you so much.
With Frontify, we want to go beyond helping you to stay on brand. We want to help you scale the brand with maximum efficiency. And one of the challenges in branding generally is to show the real ROI with all of your efforts, even though it's widely perceived as worthwhile. So one of the ways we found a lot of success in showing the true value is by using our template solution. With templates, you can upload designs from Sketch or InDesign and make them available to all of your audiences, whether it's employees or partners. So even if they don't have the greatest design skills, they can go and create assets that are truly on brand. Well, we have been investing in this solution even more, and I'm excited to show you some of the major upgrades that we brought to templates. And for this, I want to welcome Steph, our product manager for templates, on stage to share with us some of these amazing updates. Hi, Steph.
Hey, Roger.
Really looking forward, and I think, I personally know already what's to come, but I really believe that our customers will love this.
Yes,
over to you.
Definitely agree. I'm thrilled to show you what we've been building to help your brands get the most ROI out of Frontify through templates. The first thing I'm going to show you is our brand new Figma templates. What truly sets our digital and print templates tool apart is our ability to let designers work where they want, whether it's in InDesign, Sketch, etc., while still maintaining brand control through our templates. This is because our tool empowers your team to enforce brand consistency directly within their preferred design environment, giving you flexibility without compromising on control. As the market has shifted to more collaborative design solutions, we've been working on integrating Figma to our template solution. We already integrate well with Figma in our brand guidelines through our Figma plugin and our Figma app. And now you'll be able to upload your Figma files to create a template in Frontify. Let me show you how fast and easy it is to get started. First, I'll paste the URL of the Figma file. And just like that, you've imported your Figma template. But actually, one of the most powerful features of Figma is the use of variables that allows you to link dynamic design elements across different frames. So let's use another file that has various formats with images and other elements that need to be used consistently across all formatted designs. After publishing this template to your library, your user will be able to see any editable elements that they can change in this simple creation form view. As the user makes changes to each element, the updates will seamlessly apply across all respective elements on every page. This significantly streamlines your creation process, allowing your team to scale asset creation without needing to manually adjust each individual design variation. But we haven't stopped there. Let me walk you through how to scale this up even further. We know our clients need the ability to truly scale and therefore automate their creation workflows, especially to serve their multi-channel strategies. That's why we've taken the creation process to the next level by opening up our template solution to our API. We're calling this the Creative API. This powerful API enables you to access templates directly to build workflows that can handle large-scale content production and automation with ease. Let's imagine you have a global social media campaign where you need to produce creatives in 3 different formats. However, you need to create variations for each of your products. Let's say 100 of them. So 3 formats, 100 designs. That's a total of 300 creatives you need to produce. Now, instead of walking you through the programming side, let me show you visually how this works. First, let's take a look at this content spreadsheet. It's a bit overwhelming, right? But let's make it manageable. We'll go back to the platform and use this template to help us produce these creatives at scale. We just paste or link the data from our file, and after mapping the data, it will auto-populate all the creatives that need to be produced. Yes, you heard it right. You can build all 300 of those assets instantaneously through our API. So sit back and watch the magic unfold as you scale your creative process literally 100-fold. Imagine all the time and effort your team can save by automating your creative process and scale like never before.
This is all so cool. And you know, as a former developer, long time ago, I can already imagine like 1,000 ways to make use of this creative API. So really looking forward to see what people are going to build. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much, Roger.
So for the next topic, I think we should rewind a little bit and go back in time a second. And it's about apps, I told you. So what are apps and why are we even thinking about that? You can think of apps as extensions to the existing functionality. Whether you build them on your own, with your own developers or with our partners, it really opens up a whole new world for you. And whether this is integrating AI capabilities or it's integrating your CRM or your product information management system, the sky's the limit. The one example we saw before is a good one that Steph showed you. So the automation of creative templates using our API is one good example of how you can make a seamless user experience with the new apps. To get a better understanding of what's possible with apps, we bring on stage Günsu, our product manager for apps. Hi, Günsu.
Thanks, Roger. Hello.
And as you know from running around in the office, you know that I always want to know like which apps are we building and what's possible and so on. So I'm really excited for you to show us a few of the examples that we already built by ourselves with our partners to give our customers an idea of what's possible. Over to you.
Yes, sure. Thank you. Today I'm going to show you 3 apps. The first app is a tool which we built for quick image editing. And the second one is an app which was built one of our partners. With this app, you will see how easy it is to bring external tools into Frontify. And the third one is about automating creative processes via apps in a very flexible way. Let's start with the Image Studio app. This app enables you to make quick adjustments on images. In your library, find the asset, launch the app, and start editing. Maybe you would like to crop an image to fit it to a particular social media channel. Or you want to apply color correction, such as changing the contrast, brightness, or gamma value. You can also change the image background or even add some cool effects. You can do all of these without leaving Frontify. No need to switch tools anymore. Let's move to the next one. With our Brand SDK, it is very easy to bring external tools and APIs into Frontify. And the good thing with our Brand SDK is that everybody can build their own apps and publish them on Frontify Marketplace. We already opened up our SDK to some of our partners. And one of the partner apps that I find very handy is Mockups app. Have you ever struggled presenting your design? Mockups app is here to help you. It gives you access to a rich collection of mockup templates and lets you instantly create images showcasing your design in action right within Frontify. Specify the preferred context and you have it. Apps are not only available at your fingertips, but can also automate your creative processes. We call this type of apps as automations. Tagging assets, creating asset descriptions, setting metadata fields, these are the day-to-day tasks in digital asset management. And thanks to AI, these things are much more easier. And our automations will help you to make use of AI in a very easy way. Let's set up an automation that uses OpenAI for tagging every new image and writing a nice description for it. It is as easy as choosing a trigger, specifying a condition for the trigger, and selecting the desired action, for example, generate asset description and generate tags. Now upload a new asset and let the newly defined automation do the hard work for you, using OpenAI behind the curtains. Do you see how comprehensive the AI-generated asset description and the tags are? Actually, you can do more than this. Next, let's imagine you want to get a ping on Slack whenever an asset needs extra review. Choose the workflow status change trigger, specify the condition, and set the action as Slack automation. Specify the target Slack channel and adjust the message if you want. The automation is ready. Now you'll see extra notifications in your Slack. Workflow status is set to needs review, and here is the automated Slack message. You can extend these automations as you wish based on your needs. For example, you can set the workflow status based on certain criteria, you can translate tags into another language, or you can move assets from one folder to another. You can do a lot. There's a lot to get excited about apps. We have a bunch of interesting app use cases which are still in development that I can't quite show you yet, but you can look forward to see more apps in the near future, such as on-brand AI image generator that our partners are working on, and metadata app that will allow you to crowdsource metadata from your users based on the content ratings that they give. The sky is the limit here. If you have an app idea which is not yet available on our marketplace, don't be shy. Let us know about it and let's see which partner of ours would like to build it with you. Alternatively, you can also build it by yourself, because with our brand SDK, everybody can build their own apps.
Thanks, Ginsu, for sharing more about apps. Super happy about the progress here and can confirm that it's actually super straightforward and fast to build apps. So thank you very much for giving us more insights.
Thank you, Rajesh.
Looking back, I think there was a lot of hype around AI. You saw millions of posts about generating images and beautiful things. But I think there's been also a lot of confusion among our customers. And what we really wanted to spend time on is truly understanding how can we make AI more useful for our customers. It's not just about creating fancy images, but it's also about how you can scale AI applications internally. And that's actually not too easy. And that's why we invested in the ecosystem that we provide with apps, which allow you to facilitate the introduction of AI applications in a secure and more controlled way. But it doesn't stop there. We also think AI is very, very helpful to make you more productive and also to bring the brand closer to your audiences. And as we know, people are reading the guidelines, they're browsing guidelines, but also we think that the conversational interface that people learned about with ChatGPT is very useful in that context. So if you look at your guidelines now, they're the goal, they're the essence of what every AI application should know, and then it's powerful. So with the introduction of the latest feature, which is the brand assistant, we bring you this power directly to Frontify. Without you needing to do anything to your portal, you can just click a button and it's ready to use. And to learn how this truly works in practice, I would like to welcome Dominique, our product manager for AI and search. Hi, Dominique.
Hi, Roger. Thanks for having me.
So now you're going to talk about the brand assistant. Really curious to hear more. Over to you.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy to talk about what the team has been building, a solution that we're calling the brand assistant. The brand assistant has access to all of the rich information you have documented about your brand, how it looks and feels, how you speak, what your brand stands for in the market. We know that all of our customers are putting a lot of effort into creating great living documentation. And so we want to make sure that it's super easy for your end users to find and consume that content you've created for them. If your brand guidelines serve multiple markets or personas, the brand assistant also respects targeting or permissions that you might have set up, so that the answers that each individual user gets are tailored to what is most relevant and accessible to them. The brand assistant makes it easy for your users to navigate and apply your brand documentation with ease. And now, let me show you some quick examples. Let's say I'm a user looking for guidance on logo usage for an event I'm organizing. I can ask the brand assistant the exact question I have, like I would with someone from the brand team. And like the brand team, the brand assistant will kindly let me know if my idea isn't quite on brand. With every answer, the user will also find a link to the part of the guideline where the assistant retrieved the information from, so they can double check that the answer is indeed correct. For global teams like ours at Frontify, you can also use the brand assistant to make your guidelines available in your user's native language without any additional human translation efforts needed. For example, my native tongue is German, but our brand guidelines are in English. So I can ask the brand assistant questions in my native language, and it will find the relevant content in the English guidelines and translate it for me on the fly. The large language model that powers the assistant supports over 100 languages out of the box. So I'm sure you can see how that would make your brand documentation much more accessible for a diverse audience without any extra translation efforts needed from your end. I could continue with many more examples. We've loved seeing our early test customers come up with their own use cases based on what they have built out in their brand guidelines. But to wrap up now, let me show you one last example that I think is currently our favorite. If your business serves multiple markets or personas, you can use the brand assistant to personalize the copy based on your documentation of your target audience or writing rules in your guidelines. Here, the brand assistant helps me brainstorm some ideas for how I might tailor the messaging for a product launch to our different marketing personas. If it comes up with an idea I like, I can further iterate on it until I have a few drafts that I want to refine further. And of course, I can't leave you without giving you a sneak peek of what's to come. Until now, the brand assistant is aware only of the content in your brand guidelines. But very soon, it will also know about the assets in your DAM, and it will be able to recommend the most suitable ones for your users, allowing for new and more targeted ways for them to discover your assets. For example, I can now explore the photography we have available for our models by describing what kind of image I'm looking for, rather than relying on filters or specific keywords, for example. If I'm not seeing what I need, I can just ask additional questions to narrow down my selection. Also, if you remember the example from the beginning about using our logo on an event flyer, now I can not only get the rules that are applicable for that case from our brand guidelines, I can also request the logo assets related to it. The DAM integration is currently available on request, and we'd love to have you on board to test it and get your feedback. And of course, these improvements will not only be limited to the brand assistant, but we're also going to bring it to the searches across the platform, making the discovery of assets easier across the board.
Wow. Thanks, Dominic, for sharing. This is all really amazing stuff, and I think customers gonna love it. Really looking forward to roll this out. I mean, maybe one little disclaimer here is that we're also still learning. So we're obviously curious what all of our customers do with it, because there's a lot of possibilities out there, but we're iterating and understanding how we can make it more useful. So just also asking all of our customers to give us feedback, right?
Definitely.
How can they do that?
You'll always have your customer success manager to be your point of contact who will forward any feedback points to us. But I'm also super happy to talk to you directly. So don't hesitate to ask them to put you in touch with me, and I'm glad to hear from you.
Cool. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you for having me,
Dominic.
Roger.
Still with me? We covered a lot today, a lot of exciting updates to the product, and I want to summarize quickly what we have heard today. So first, we talked about themes, which allows you to customize your brand portal to be truly on brand, adds more expression, and gives you the full creative freedom you have asked for. Second, we talked about templates, where we bring the most popular design tool to the game, which is Figma. So you're now seamlessly able to take your Figma templates, work in the places you love, and then bring them directly into Frontify. Also, we introduced the Creative API, which allows you to not only create a small number of assets based on a template, but actually scale it to the thousands. Gives you freedom to create variations, translations, A/B testing, and so on and so on. So lots of new possibilities. We also talked about apps. So the essential layer that we add to give you full extendability of the platform, to bring in new tools to stay future-proof, even if the tools are changing over time, to give you a seamless experience for many more tasks that are related to branding and design. And then last but not least, we also introduced our first real AI capability directly in the product, which is our brand assistant, which gives you the opportunity to bring your brand guidelines closer to your audience in a new form, in a new way of interaction with a conversational assistant. And with all those updates, we believe we really address the most pressing challenges that we hear from our customers. We hope you love those additions as much as we do. And with that said, I wish you happy brand building.